Hello and welcome back in here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics, as we are here at Kansas City, Kansas Community College softball doubleheader on tap between your Tonganoxie Chieftains and the Baldwin Bulldogs. Frontier League action today is presented by Kansas Insurance. They believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan here in the S&S Body pregame show. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com. And Denny, we got another beautiful day for some softball here. It's not a doubleheader. It's just one game, and we're going to get started here. Originally, it was supposed to be a 6 o'clock game tonight at the fairgrounds in Tonganoxie, but with the rain coming through last night, we moved it here to a nice, luscious turf field at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Shout out to the Blue Devils for hosting us here today, and we're going to get varsity done first. No lights out here, so the sooner we can get this thing started, the better. That's why you see coaches are meeting with the home plate umpire. It is just now 3:49 with a 4 o'clock expected start, so I think we're going to get started a little bit early here. But this is going to be our first time looking at this softball team this year, Denny. It's been a couple years since you and I have called some Lady Chieftain softball. One thing, obviously, we've noticed, head coach Casey Loomis now taking over for Stephanie Whitman, longtime head coach for this lady softball squad. Now she's here. It's a new era for Tonganoxie softball, and they find themselves currently ranked 9th out of 19 teams in 4A East. And this is a big doubleheader. It's going to take me a minute to get over that.
We usually do doubleheaders.
Usually doubleheaders, but it's a big game here today against Baldwin because they're currently ranked 5th in East, 4A East right now.
Yeah.
Frontier League opponent as well. Pretty big game for both these teams as we're closing in, like, final couple weeks of the regular season.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful day. Like you said, it's going to be 66 at first pitch. There's only a 6-mile-an-hour breeze blowing out of the northwest, so whatever little breeze there is, it's going to be blowing out towards right field. And like I said, partner, we haven't seen these ladies playing softball, but boy, we've watched these ladies grow up over the last several years, playing multiple sports.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, just looking at this lineup, a lot of familiar names that we've called from basketball season, girls soccer, and volleyball as well. It's probably a good time. Let's get through some of our starting lineups. First, let's go for Tonganoxie. It'll be Emerson Maslak batting leadoff. She is starting at short today as well. Kylie Putoff, she's batting second and at catcher. Farrah Hulsa batting in third. She's at second and in the cleanup. Kaylin Weehee, and she starts at third base in the field. Aubrey Prickett, she gets a start at pitcher here today. We will see her in just a little bit. She will also bat fifth. And sixth, Alyssa Schoenig, well familiar with her. She's out in center field, roaming in the outfield. Grace Steen coming off a great performance from the Shrine Duels not too long ago, about a month ago or so. Great wrestling career for Grace Steen. She's over at first base and batting seventh. Charlie Crane batting eighth in left, and Lila Carlton batting ninth and in right field. As you see the Chieftains getting on the field right now. Again, we are just moments away from getting this one started. And Denny, it's always a good time for some keys of the game here, brought to you by First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Well, if
keys to victory today for Tongi.
You got to have good pitching and timely hitting, obviously, and you got to have solid defense. You can't afford, when you're playing a team that's really ranked as high as these Bulldogs, you can't help them in any way, shape, or form. You got to limit the base runners, limit the walks, because we talked about many times those leadoff walks can turn into runs about 40% of the time, and that's at the major league level. So if you equate it down to this level, it may even be higher than that. So I would say that's the key.
Always behind good pitching, great defense as well.
Timely
trying to
hitting.
Avoid those errors and timely hitting. Usually, when any team, and more often than not, the state champion across all classes, baseball and softball, usually the state champion is the team that does the three of those the best, that's able to execute all three of those aspects of this game. Baseball, softball, they're so similar but so different at the same time. Whoever can do those three things we just laid out there the best are usually the ones that end up winning the ultimate prize at the end.
Like just about any sport, it boils down to fundamentals.
No doubt about it. Again, Baldwin coming in 9-4 this year. Tonganoxie, their overall record now at 10-7. To get through the batting order real quick for Baldwin, we'll have Giles, Scobie, and Base. The first three due up here. Bentley batting cleanup if anybody gets on. Again, it is Pickett, the starting pitcher for Tonganoxie. And right on cue, we're going to get an early start here. Opening pitch presented by Lynch Real Estate, your local real estate company. They'll help you buy or sell your next home. Lynch Real Estate, a name you can always trust. And here we go. Opening pitch here. 7 innings. We're going to play here. First pitch is right on the zone for a called strike.
We also talked about how important those first pitch strikes are, getting ahead of hitters.
Brickett's
Nice
next pitch.
pitch.
And it looked like she just went back-to-back, almost same location. The hard thud of the mitt from put off the catcher. Early 0-2 count here against Giles.
Good velocity on that fastball. See if she changes it up here, tries to get her to chase.
For Gilgis, the batter, had to protect 0-2. Up the middle, it's off of Prickett, but able to collect in time. Throws over to Grace Steen at the bag at first. 1 up, 1 down here to start this ball game.
Yeah, another shout out to Grace Steen. You know, I'm an old wrestler, and her match at the Shrine Duels was one of the heart. That's all you can say about Grace. She came back and won that thing right at the buzzer.
I'm talking about some heart right now. It's that was a line drive right back to Prickett. It's never easy when you get those comebacks right up the middle, and especially when they deflect off of you. I had a good talk with her catcher put off, and she's going to stay in the game. But, yeah, like you mentioned for Grace Steen, you know, it was a great wrestling season from her. Runner-up at the state tournament. First time Acacia has had a 4A classification at state, and she was a runner-up. This one foul tip straight back into the netting, and did a really good job at the Shrine Duels, like we mentioned. It's basically, that's the all-star event, best in the East versus best in the West, all getting together to raise money for Shriners Children's Hospital. Over $27,000 were raised this year for the hospital. And Grace Steen, and she faced Otavia Kane out of Oakley High School in western Kansas, and those two, no score allowed. They had to go to overtime, sudden death. As that gets out of play, no balls, 2 strikes now. And it took Grace Steen all the way to the end, where she just went for a double leg or a single leg, and she wasn't giving up. I mean, they went almost a full match distance, and then she finally got Kane taken down. It was a great moment and a highlight reel from the 2025 Shrine Duels.
Yeah, for sure. And Pritchett's thrown – everything she's thrown so far has been a strike. That's her first
right
ball.
On cue. You could not have timed that comment any better. It has been a good start for her, though, no doubt about it.
She's been pounding the zone.
Back-to-back foul balls, and now that a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Scobie. Also familiar with her play on the basketball court. Just gets a piece of that one, staying alive. The Chieftains recently had a 5-game winning streak. They've lost back-to-back games, including last game out against Baser and Linwood.
Tough team, though.
Tough team indeed. There's been no shortage of great teams on this Chieftain schedule this year. Another one fouled away.
She is in the zone.
And I think I know one thing with Coach Loomis for the softball team, and Coach Casey Loomis, and Coach Mitchell Loomis for the baseball team. They share the same philosophy of using those open slotted games. You play your league games, and in those open slotted games, you want to play against the best competition that you can get. They believe in that, and I believe in it as well, as do a lot of these players and fans. Swing and a miss. Upstairs, got Scobie chasing it, swung right through it, and that was a good at-bat. It drew out for a little bit, a lot of foul balls, but in the end, it's Prickett that gets her first strikeout.
Yeah, if you're the Baldwin Bulldogs right now, you better be up there looking for first pitch strikes.
Now 2 outs here, top of the first inning, just getting started in this one. Base will come up to hit now. Outside, ball 1 for Prickett.
Yeah, you got to love this too. You see, you know, we do a lot of junior college softball, and they have the communication on the wrist, you know, what pitch is going to be. This is old school. The catcher's putting down fingers.
That's it.
Being an old school guy, I like that. Ooh, good pitch.
2 balls, 0 strikes now.
Just a bit outside.
It's definitely something, the pitch comp, you see it all over college, you see it in majors now. And the more in high school, I think your 6A classes, you start to see it around a little bit, and it's kind of like trickling its way down. So imagine here before long as another liner comes right back to Prickett. Had to shake her hand delayed on the toss and beating it up the line. And that is the second comebacker that has come right back to Prickett.
Yeah, that ball was hit well, too.
And she is shaking her right hand.
Yeah, that hurt.
And at her left hand, too. And, I mean, that right on the knuckles, that hurts. See, that's the question. Did it hit her glove?
I thought it hit her on her wrist.
It was hard. It was loud. You see her flexing it, trying to get some feeling back in there. Pain is one thing, but when you get hit with the ball hit on a frozen rope like that, you got to get the feeling and the grip back within your fingertips and get ready to deal. So
now you wouldn't know why a lot of these pitchers wear that mask, because that can put a hole in your smile pretty quick.
Yeah, we see it all over. Again, mentioned Johnson County Community Colleges, the games that we do for. Thankfully, it looks like Prickett's going to be able to stay in the ball games. Looks like she's going to be giving some warm-up pitches here.
Tough young lady.
It's pretty uncommon as you're looking here. Obviously, the catcher has the protection. Pitchers usually wear the mask, and everyone in the infield wears it, which everybody with the exception of Farrah Halstead at second base for Tongi, everybody has that kind of protective face guard on there, and it's for cases like that. That's why they choose to do it. So 2 times now that Prickett has been beamed in this inning. That last one coming in on her hand or wrist.
It was on her glove hand, so
hand.
that's what's good. At least it wasn't on her pitching hand.
Exactly. So a runner aboard early here for Baldwin. 2 gone here in the top of the first. Halsa over to Steen in time. So Prickett able to get out of the top of the first. Leaves a runner stranded for the Bulldogs. Nothing score halfway into the first inning here on Tongi Sports Live.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Get ready to the bottom of the first inning here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. It is presented in part by the Tonganoxie Public Library. Why pay for downloadable audiobooks when you can stream them for free with a Tonganoxie Library card? Download the Libby app or visit the library's website to learn more. Dylan Funk here alongside Dennis Drennan, right on the campus of Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Early start here in this one. Varsity game due up first, and then after this one concludes, they will get the JV game on and rolling here. No lights here. I can't see KCC, so going to try to use as much sunlight as we possibly can. Here we go for Tonganoxie, their first at-bats. Baldwin just 1 hit. No one was able to come in to score. 1 runner stranded for the Bulldogs. It is Emerson Maslak first due up here for the Chieftains.
She helped her out by swinging that ball out of the zone there.
Now 1-1. Regalado, the pitcher and flex today for Baldwin. Berg, Scobie, Manbeck at your left center and right fielders. Left, right in the infield. Henry got Gilgis as it goes right to Henry and out into left field. Maslak turning around. She wants 2. Here comes the throw, and she's in. Nicely done there for Emerson Maslak, putting it in play, able to get it off the ricochet to Henry there in the hot corner. Not able to handle it. Leaks out into left, into foul grounds. Emerson Maslak gets on her horse, and a runner already in scoring position, a batter in for the Chieftains.
Playing some small ball.
Yep, tried to go for the bunt, didn't connect. It still got away from the catcher. That's base to backstop today for Baldwin, so that allows Maslak to move up. Another base, on to third she goes.
Hey, you got to get her home with less than 2 out.
Going 2 on that called strike now to put off the catcher. Chieftains looking to strike early here. She
get down.
Let's down to play. It's a little blooper in the center, and Maslak will take her time coming in. 2 batters in, and already 1 in to score for Tongi. You cannot ask for a better start there. Nice RBI hit there for put-off. Just that little bloop out in the center. It wasn't the most hardest hit ball, but it was put in a place where nobody else was able to get it.
Productive.
As she will have a courtesy runner come in for her, being the catcher.
Do we know who that courtesy runner is?
Courtesy runner is Platt, number 2. So early showings here right now as another squared around the bunt. This is Farrah Halsa, the second baseman. Not afraid to play a little bit of small ball here is Tongi.
Yeah, we'll see Coach Loomis use that bunt effectively as well. Could be 2.
The second for 1, got her in time, but not going to be close over at first base. So on is Farrah Halsa on the fielder's choice. Just that slow roller really wasn't hit hard enough to realistically try to turn around and get 2, but you cut down the runner in scoring position. If you're Baldwin, you'll take that. 1 gone here. He swings. That's down into right. It is down right in front of Manbeck, and Halsa had to wait on it just a hair to make sure it was going to get down. So she'll be held up at second, but Tongi has it rolling. Kaylin Weehee wasting no time there in the cleanup spot. 2 aboard here for Tongi. I mean, ambush tactics. That one up the middle, and that's a base hit. And everyone will pull up, so bases are juiced now. And just about every pitch that Regalado has been able to throw in this first inning. I mean, everything has been coming right back into the field of play. Tongi wasting no time getting the bats hot. So now Prickett at first, Weehee at second, Halsa at third. Called strike here to Alyssa Shawnick.
This young lady is a terror on the hardwood.
First team all-league honors this past year. Had a very successful junior campaign. Slow roller to second, trying to beat it out at first. And
she will get an RBI, though.
She will get an RBI. Nicely done. Brings Farrah Halsa in to score. It's a 2-0 ball game. You still have 2 runners in scoring position here if you're Tongi. Inning is not quite over yet. Going to take a hit to bring one or both those runners in to score, but the way the bats have started here for Tongi might not be an issue.
2 big RBIs out there, though. See if Grace can get them in.
Al get up and out of play.
Get a healthy swing at that. Now she's got to protect. She's got 2 strikes on her.
I think the biggest change and difference, at least from me, and I'm sure you'll probably agree with me, is usually when we do our softballs, we're usually inside of a press box. We're not right here on the backstop, as that one is solid hit out into center, but right at her is Scobie. But wasting no time there is Tongi 2 coming in to score for the Lady Chieftains, heading on to the second 2-0 ball game.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
here on Tonganoxie Sports Live on to the top of the second. 4 hits for Tongi in their bottom half of the first and 2 runs coming in. So an early lead, multi-run lead for Prickett, the pitcher, to work with. She had a pretty solid first inning outside of a couple of line balls that were coming right back up the middle to hit her. She was able to work around those, though. Only technically 1 infield hit was given up. Outside of that, she has looked very on point. Starts with a first pitch strike here. This is Manbeck, the right fielder, leading off for Baldwin. Looking to answer after those 2 runs coming across early for the Chieftains. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. Kind of jammed her, but that's going to be just enough for Maslak to get over her head into center field to Schoeneck, and the leadoff man aboard here for Baldwin.
Brings up O. Henry.
I mean, any lighter contact, it's a realistic chance that Maslak, maybe with a little bit of air under her cleats there at the very end, might be able to get a glove up and snag that one. Have it be a little bit of a flare fly out, but instead just able to muscle it over was Manbeck. Yeah, this one hits her. Right on the knee of Henry. Again, being the old school player you are, Denny, you'll appreciate it. She did not show any emotion. She didn't rub it
That's
up
good.
the line.
Just take your base.
That's easier said than done, too, because they got her about square on the side of the knee. Doesn't feel the best, I'm sure.
That's one thing about these turf fields. You can't even rub any dirt on it.
You can rub some rubber pellets on it. That's about the best you get.
Boy, as an infielder, you think that, boy, playing on this turf, you really don't get very many bad bounces. That'd be sweet. I played on some rough fields in my day.
Her low ball now to throw to third, and she's in safely. Manbeck hesitated a little bit. Henry advances up to second as well. So a hit here from Berg can potentially tie this game up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, if you're a middle infielder, you want to look that runner back and get the out at first.
Prickett trying to settle in here. Next pitch, fouled away.
Berg had a good rip at that one.
First time today, Prickett's had to pitch with runners in scoring position, 2 of them. Henry at second, Manbeck at third. Chin level 3-1 now. Now, the last thing you really want to do, especially after having a half inning Tongi did, 2 runs scored on 4 hits, is you don't want to come back out to half inning next after that and let it drag on.
Full count now.
Yeah,
She's
3-2.
see if she can come back and get her.
There was not an official strike call that was given right away, so I was waiting to see if that was going to be ball 4. Bases would have been loaded. Payoff pitch from Prickett. And that's going to be stunned.
Nice
stop. By the glove by Maslak. Throw from her knee.
Wow, and that was a nice play, though.
Didn't get her over at first, but Maslak, I thought easily that was going to find its way to Crane and left, but Maslak able to stop it. A run was going to score one way or the other.
Yeah.
What a nice play. Great effort from Emerson Maslak at short.
What that did was it saved a run.
Definitely did save a run, like you mentioned, Denny.
Get a well-struck ball at Maslak at short and see if we can turn a 2.
I mean, the dive out for it, didn't even get back to her base. The throw to the bag at
from
first
her
was
knees.
from her knee.
Yeah. Made it close.
And then Berg only got it by about a half step that she was able to get in there safely. Mazak nearly turning out Web Gym. Also will take the out there too, but just like that, the Bulldogs have been able to tie this game up.
Nice pitch.
That go-ahead run still in scoring position here for Baldwin.
Only one out.
0-1 for Prickett.
See if she can punch her out here. Strikeout would be big here. The ball's well struck.
Out into the gap in right center, and it's going to one-hop to the wall, and that's going to score the go-ahead run, Berg, and going in for a triple, Emery Nye. Stand-up RBI triple for her. And Baldwin, after being down 2-0, has answered with the 3 spot here in the top of the second inning. Just like that, that early lead for the Chieftains in the blink of an eye, it is gone. You mentioned it, that was a ball well struck, no doubt about it, that it was going to be extra bases. I think the only real question about it is, did it have enough launch angle to maybe get over the wall? It stayed in the yard, a stand-up triple. Go back to the top of the order now. Gill just takes the first pitch off the plate for a ball. You can tell Prickett really wanted that pitch. Two-0 now. Couple of pitches, both of them not far off. Now we're starting to see Prickett have some trouble trying to hone into the zone. Infield's going to come in, try to give her some encouraging words. First was Maslak, second was Steen. Everyone goes back to play here. See what Gill just wants to do here. 3-0 count, 0 for 1 on the day. She was the one, I believe, first time had the comeback right to the circle. Gets the called strike there, throw to third, but Nye's still back in safely there, covering over there at third in the hot corner. Kaylin Weehee for Tongi. Full count now. It was right around that location where you could tell, at least in this at-bat, where Prickett has been working the most, and first 2 pitches she had there were called for balls. Now starting to get the count. Pale pitch. Over to Weehee. Looks Nye over at third. Throw to first in time
Good
to
job.
Steen.
Good
Nicely done there by the infield for Tongi. Kaylin Weehee in time for the put out to Grace Steen, and Nye will hold up over there at third. Great job for Weehee to take her time, collect it, look over, make sure Nye was going to stay put, and make an accurate throw to first. It is not easy to execute all of those at the same time. It's very easy to rush things up, then you have an offline throw, and it throws off your whole entire rhythm as that little flares to Maslak. Third and final out. Baldwin plates 3 runs of their own here. They take their first lead of the afternoon, an inning and a half into this ball game on Tongi Sports Live.
Community-minded and community strong. That's what you get at Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. Community National offers big city amenities with the personalization of a small town bank. They make banking easy with a 24-hour on-site ATM and mobile app that allows you to bank from anywhere. They offer great options on loans, checking and savings accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. Stop by and let their friendly staff serve you at 231 North Main Street in Tonganoxie. Community National Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Member FDIC.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Chieftains now looking to respond here. Charlie Crane swings at the first pitch and right back to the pitcher. One pitch, one batter, one out here. Bottom of the second inning. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. It was 2-0 after the first inning. Tongi on top, and then Baldwin just plated 3 unanswered runs. Tongi looking to answer here. That first pitch ground out for Charlie Crane. Now we'll bring Lila Carlton. Takes a called strike here. Lila, fortunately, had to sit out the winter sports season, so we didn't get to see her on the court for basketball. She was still involved with the team in like a managerial position. Now starting to work herself back into the motion of the spring sports season. Coming off a
we
great
did
streak
get to
of
see
games
her suit up for senior night, right?
Get to see that. The final game of the season. Swing and miss strikeout there. Yeah, it's when Tongi was playing on the road at Ottawa, and it was a really nice gesture that both teams had.
Yeah,
Lila didn't get to play the year, and Ottawa had a player that maybe played a game or two, then had a season-ending injury. So they had a really cool moment to where both those players got to sit up Lila, and then the Ottawa player, Lila got to score the opening point for Tongi, and then they went right down the other end of the floor, and the Ottawa player got to score. So we basically started with 2-2 ball game right out of the gates, and then both players were subbed out. It was a really awesome moment.
That was cool.
It's one of those moments where people ask, why do you love sports so much? What makes sports so great?
Oh, that ball's
Moments like that, and it's off the glove, not necessarily like that. It's off the glove of Scobie. Mazak turning around. She wants 3, and she goes to the third base bag. And undoubtedly, that's a costly error by Scobie in center.
I don't know how. That should be.
I no doubt it's an error, didn't he?
Yeah. I just hate it for Emerson.
The old 3-base error.
Yep. It'll bite you.
It is better than 4-base error, I guess.
By 1.
By 1, that would be it. But just like that, I mean, for Baldwin, you had it close to a 1-2-3 inning after your offense just got 3 runs across, and that's exactly what you want to do. Keep it as short and simple as possible, get those hot bats back to the plate. Now instead, you go back to the top of the order. Mazlak gets on to third on the 3-bag error, and Putoff puts it out into left center, and just like that, this ball game is tied once again at 3-3. Timely hitting.
That's
Kylie
what it's
Putoff.
all about.
No doubt about it. And that error by Scobie in center, we'll see how this game ends up doing, how it finishes, but right now it looms fairly large.
Yep. And those errors come home to score. It's not good. Oh, don't hit my truck.
Nope, it's going to roll across the street instead. Yeah, should have probably thought about that, moving the truck forehand.
Oh,
Solid
wow.
right into the mitt of Henry.
Look what she found.
No doubt about it.
They don't call it the hot corner for nothing.
No doubt about it again, Denny. But Tongi off that 3-base error from center. Putoff gets the RBI hit to follow, brings Mazlak in to score. It is Chieftains 3, Bulldogs 3 after 2 innings here on Tongi Sports Live, your Chieftains Sports Network.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
3-3 ball game on to the top of the third inning here. Threes all over the place here on Tongi Sports Live, presented in part by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at Wizard of Paws, Tongi.com. Dylan Funk and Dennis Drennan here with you. 3-3 is your score. Tongi scored the first 2 runs of the game, and then into the second inning, Baldwin brought 3 across, and Tongi able to answer with 1 of their own to tie it up again as we enter the third inning here. It was a 3-base error from the center fielder, Nye. It was a routine flyout that would have made it a 3-up, 3-down inning. Instead, it went out of her glove. Maslak went to third base and then put off the catcher. Got the RBI hit right after her. And now Prickett is back to work, and a funky spin over there to Weehee, but she controls in time over to Steen. 1 pitch, 1 out here to start the third. You mentioned with the being on a turf field, it can eliminate the odd bounces and stuff, whatever. I do feel like there still is some times though where the spin and stuff can kind of.
Oh yeah.
It could definitely make some things happen. That one was definitely not the straightest ground ball hit right to Weehee there at third. It thought it was going to turn on her there at the end, maybe cross her up, but did a good job fielding it in time for the first out.
It does seem like you get high bounces off of the turf, though. They pound it into the ground.
That is true.
They really have having an issue there with the mound. Like there's some turf coming up.
Next pitch from Prickett. Ball 4. You see Prickett, she continues to kind of mess with it. It kind of looks like the lines. It's kind of its own little strip that's put down, and it's kind of the thing with turf fields over time, the wear and tear, and continuous pitching and everything like that. Certain hot spots on the field, obviously right near the bags and behind home plate where the catcher and umpire are. The batter's boxes too.
Those pitchers dragging that back toe. It looks like what.
Yeah, it looks like that strip entirely. It's kind of lost its sticky, the bond underneath that helps it stay down onto the field. It is completely loose as Prickett continues to kind of mess with it with her foot. Another one out of the zone here, 2-0. Bentley on to first on the leadoff walk. Away just off the top of the net, comes back into the field of play. And it's all fun and games until that, with that strip being loose, until if it catches within the windup, it can throw you off, maybe knock you down. You do a face plant. We've seen one of those happen. Looks like Prickett's just done her best just to kick it out of her way, out of her usual stride towards home plate. Now in a 2-2 count here to Manbeck. On a 1-for-1 day, she had a single and a fly ball to center. Got her looking. Strike 3 is the call, and Membeck can't believe it. Over here around the Baldwin fans, too, they don't like the call either. Close to take there on the 2-strike count, and home plate umpire to Membeck, he rings her up.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it up to the umpire.
That is now 2 gone here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Try and fight that off and get another pitch.
Prickett looking for her 2nd scoreless inning of this game. She starts out with another first pitch strike. Now starting to see her return to form that she had in the 1st inning. This was the part of the order for the Bulldogs when they went on their 3-run top of the 2nd that really got things set in motion. Henry takes the next pitch from Prickett, trying to frame it as put off, but not going to get the call. 1-1.
Yeah. Good pitch.
Say the advantage with us being here right behind the backstop is we do have a pretty good look from the side view, especially with the vast majority of right-handed batters we've had of the strike zone. And that's back-to-back backwards Ks to end the top of the 3rd for Aubrey Prickett. Nicely done. Her 2nd scoreless frame keeps it Chieftains 3, Bulldogs 3. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd here coming up.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7.
They're called strike there, getting a little bit earlier start to the bottom of the 3rd here. But Danny, like you and I, we always encourage everyone to go eat at Flashbacks for breakfast or lunch. Downtown in Tonganoxie, can't miss them.
Another one of our sponsors, 1866, is just really good.
Yep. High fly ball is going to stay in the infield on the right side. Kyan Frost goes back into shallow left, able to bring it in. Leadoff hitter is retired. Yeah, obviously one of our favorite places to go for breakfast. We have a morning broadcast, like to go into Flashbacks.
Wow, that ball smoked.
Is scorched, and that's going to go into the wall. It's Prickett. She's been having a pretty good day for herself so far. She's going to add a double onto it. And that was a solid line drive that one hopped the wall out in right center.
No doubt. You could tell that was in the gap immediately.
No doubt about it.
Bring up Alyssa Shonick. She hit into a fielder's choice her last time up.
Upstairs, ball 1. Noticing the new uniforms this year for Tonganoxie.
Stylish.
All red look, with the gold pinstripe. Now Shauna gets a hold of one. That's into the gap in left center. Waiting on it to drop was Prickett, and she will be held at 3rd. Shonick's in with a double. Back-to-back doubles here for Tongi. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. And I think she wanted to send Prickett around to score, or Coach Loomis, and Prickett thought that she was going to be given the stop sign. So maybe a little bit of miscommunication there, but still some work to have some more damage be done here for Tongi.
That'll get her home.
Deep fly into center. Scobie back on it, brings it in. Prickett was going to come in to score, and Shawnick will advance up to third. Chieftains retake the lead. It's 4-3. 2 gone here in the bottom of the third inning. And these Chieftain bats are hot so far today. A lot of contact, and especially here in the bottom of the third, a lot of loud contact being made.
Nice sacrifice fly there by Grace.
Will always get the job done. Swing and a miss here from Crane. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Crane grounded out to the pitcher her last time up.
Right to the third baseman. Henry able to snag that flare. Another run added here. A lot of runs being put across early in this game. 3 innings in the books. Tonganoxie with a 1-run lead, 4-3 over the Baldwin Bulldogs here in Frontier League action.
Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehousetonganoxie.org.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at Jay Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the Jay Hatfield family.
Game is rolling along very smoothly right now, already into the start of inning number 4. 7 runs total being put across in this game. Chieftains hold on to a 1-run lead. Prickett back into the circle. First pitch, Chiss off the plate. Ball 1. Bottom of the order here. Sorry, didn't mean to leave you on mute there, Denny. Berg, Frost, and Nye. 7, 8, 9 due up here for the Bulldogs.
Burke singled and scored in that top of the second.
The Chieftains, it was back-to-back doubles from Prickett and Shawnick, and then Grace Steen had a sacrifice fly out into center to break our 3-3 tie. Multiple ties we've had in this one. This one foul tip off the top of the net again. All 3 runs for the Bulldogs coming in the top of the second inning. Outside of that, it's been Prickett that's been able to blank them. Trying to do it again here. 1-2. Below the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes, even count. As far as offense goes here for Tonganoxie, it's been a good start for them. 7 hits already through 3 innings. 4 runs being brought in. And that's not even taking into account the productive outs that there have been, including that sacrifice fly from Grace Steen. In fact, there haven't been really long at-bats. They've been ambush tactics, I feel like, early in this game. Been seeing Regalado very well so far as that will go foul at the third base line. Bird trying to battle here.
She's going to drag her back foot right over that.
She did do that and did not get the call. That's ball 4. So you can kind of see that white strip. It just continues to
that's a mess.
Keep getting peeled up. And credit to Prickett. She's been trying to put it back and trying to keep it down. And then her stride, it just naturally, it keeps kicking it up, and eventually will start to get in her way. Same thing can be said for Greg Aldo, the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, too. Getting her foot right over on top of that strip, but able to fire in for a called strike. So it's nothing to the point yet to where it's anything to have a brief stoppage in the game to try to address. Obviously, this not being your home field, you don't just want to rip that strip out. You just kind of
Boy, you really would like to, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I'd like to do it.
Foul back in the net our way.
I mean, you could tell what's caused that is, you know, the pitcher dragging that back foot.
And KCK for both the softball field here, the baseball field as well. They have had turf here for about as long as I can remember, going back over the last decade plus. It's been a lot of good ties for Kansas City, Kansas Community College for both Tonganoxie baseball and softball players. There's been a nice little pipeline of talent that's been brought here. Part of the Kansas Jayhawk Community College Conference are the Blue Devils. Got a former Lady Chieftain. Let's finish that thought here in a second. As Halstead takes it over at second. They'll take the out at first. Does advance Berg up in the scoring position at second base. She represents the tying run right now for Baldwin.
Brings up Nye, the designated player. She tripled her last time up.
Like I was mentioning, Kylie Vandervoort is now sophomore for KCK, started center fielder for the Blue Devils, former Lady Chieftain softball player. You want to go back last year, one of many former baseball players for Tongi to come through here. Garrett Goldbeck, now Missouri Tiger.
Boy, we enjoyed watching that young man.
Many others, yep. Mason Davenport also made a stop here with him. He's now in Division I as well at Stetson College. And
his younger brother is
Rough Riders.
Starting pitcher for the Chieftains this year.
Merrick.
Oh.
Gets drilled by that one as Nias, the second batter that Prickett has come in and hit. Again, it was Steen coming over, had some last minute words to say to Prickett.
Oh, if you're going to get hit, that's a good place to take it.
Yeah, right on the meat of the leg.
Yeah.
Anywhere around the thigh. That's what you want to do. The first batter that was hit, she was hit right on the side of her knee.
Yeah, that's not good.
Maslow nice going to go to 3. Nicely done.
Nicely done.
Still at first and second here for Baldwin. Now 2 outs. Goes to Scobie. And you know for Scobie, she would love to do nothing more here than and I hear the fans are starting to say, just pull it out. Not that strip out there. Out the and foul onto Campus Boulevard. Got some pretty eager retrievers here today, so we got that working for us.
I think she'd almost be better off leaving that thing bunched up. Keeps dragging her back foot over
It is
there.
now something that's gone beyond not just her attention and then our attention, but now everybody else here at the ball field is really starting to get their attention, which it's hard not to, because now it's becoming a thing between every single pitch, and now you see her kind of trying to move it over to that right side.
Yeah, that's a good move right there.
To her left, our right. 1-1 count. Maslak will take that one as well. Throw over to Steen is in time. Back-to-back scoreless frames here for Aubrey Prickett. Chieftains hold on to that 1-run lead. 2 runners stranded here for the Bulldogs. 3.5 into the books here on Tongi Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stos with Payola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Starts with the first pitch of this at-bat, the swing and miss strike here. Regalado back to work. Lila Carlton up here, second time through. Then we'll go back to the top of the order for the third time with Maslak and Putoff. 3-2 up here for Tonganoxie. 4-3 ball game. Chieftains with the lead here against the Bulldogs. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. So glad you guys have been able to join us today. There's one game here.
Lida down on the count 1-2. She struck out swinging her last time up. See if she can find a hole this time. She did put it in play.
Game time to the bag over at first for the out. Very fitting live read here, but Chieftain Athletics, they presented in part by Kansas City, Kansas Community College, where they want to take classes in high school or after graduation. KCCC is in your backyard. Check out how college can help you today at kckcc.edu, the official higher education partner of Tonganoxie Sports Live. First pitch swinging here as we go back to the top of the order with Emerson Maslak is out into right and brought in by Manbeck. 2 gone here for the Chieftains. So that's the first thing I thought of today when I heard we were relocating here to the softball field at KCK is that, well, that live read that I'm going to do is going to be so perfect. The KCK, there's the logo right there on the backstop.
Putoff singled home a run her last time up.
And that was off that really costly error that Maslak. She had a fly out, and technically after the fly out to right, she should be in the books as back-to-back flyouts. The one was to center, and Scobie dropped it. Maslak, credit to her, was running hard all the way with 2 outs. Was able to go to third, and then Putoff would step up and then had the sac fly as she pops this one up over on the right side. The first baseman, Bentley, will call for it, and that's a quick 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the 4th. Aubrey Prickett back to work in the circle. The battle between her and the stripe will continue. On to the top of the 5th here. 1-run ball game on Tongi Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Moving along in this ball game here at Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented in part by Grounded Coffee House. Established in 2022, Grounded Coffee House serves great coffee with an even greater cause. To learn how you can help make a difference and to support, follow them on Facebook and check out their website, groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org. This is now the start of the 5th inning in this ball game. We have been stuck at a 4-3 ball game for quite some time. It was, I believe, the fourth inning. That was actually our first inning, full inning in this game where no one was able to play to run across. Tonganoxie started out 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Baldwin had 3 in the top of the second to take their first lead. Tonganoxie would then tie it with 1 run in the bottom of the second. And then Chieftains would take the lead in the bottom of the third, and that has been it so far. Called strike there.
Bear is 1 for 2 on the day. She singled in the first and grounded out the third, her last time up.
Who was that you had? Who was that you had?
Bear.
Bear? No. I read it as base. Well, one of us is.
Well, one of us is wrong.
One of us is wrong. I'll put it on you for now. This is
that ball's well hit.
Flying to center. Shonick going back
She
on
got
it. There was a warning track here. I believe there is a warning track. She was right on the edge of it. As in my book, base had a deep fly out into center.
Base. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to assume base because there's a base on the coaching staff. So that is
there
my
you go.
connection that I'm going to make
mine.
there. And we showed up in the lineups that we were given. That is what we are working with for this broadcast. Now first pitch ball here to Bentley. Starting over at first base in this game for Baldwin. 0 for 1 and a ground out to first at bat. Was able to get on with a walk her last time up. And that's a little blooper out in the center. It's going to drop right in front of Shonick. Base hit. That sounded a little funky. It's coming off the bat.
Yeah, I think that was off her the handle. Definitely did not barrel it.
It almost sounded like, and it's very hard to do with these aluminum bats, but it's almost like it somehow broke it or something, which I know is highly unlikely. But that was one of the most unnatural kind of clinks that I have heard in all the years of high school softball and baseball that I have watched in my time, college as well. So you don't use the wooden bats, so you get up to the majors for baseball. Can you imagine if Major League Baseball still allowed aluminum bats? That'd be crazy.
It's bad enough with those torpedo bats.
Carlton under it and right, able to bring it in. Which is something, if you happen to listen over at Johnson County Sports Live too, we do Cavalier softball. It's a discussion you and I had on the air on our doubleheader last week against Neosho County, is that we got the torpedo bats with wooden bats right now. It's just, when could it possibly make its way down to the aluminum bats? If it ever does come to the aluminum bats, I don't know.
Yeah, they're hot enough.
Yeah, you don't really need them.
No.
Why not? You're looking for that little extra oomph of offense. Now tip, keep it here.
They got her set up 0-2. See if you can pull the string on her here.
Here it comes.
Couldn't get her to chase.
Ricky looking to complete her third straight scoreless inning and 4 in the last 5. She's been dealing today so far. This one hard hit and almost able to get it as Mazlak. It's out of her glove.
In the gap.
And they throw it off enough. It went into the gap, rolls all the way to the wall. The tying run comes in to score. And it is 4-all Baldwin. And Mazlak so close to bringing that one in. Go ahead run still in scoring position. We are now tied at 4 apiece. But the emphasis on Baldwin, them being the ones to score just recently.
You know, that ball was hit well because Maslach got a glove on her and it still went to the fence.
Yeah. Out of play, right in front of a young lady walking her dog and into the drink across the way. Someone's going to have to get on their rubber boots or their high waters to get that one.
Yeah, get over there in a kayak like they do at San Francisco.
Could do that. You want to get creative?
McCovey Cove.
McCovey Cove, yeah. Always one of the more unique scenes of someone hitting a home run there and then just seeing the collision of all these kayakers closing in on a home run ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's always cool to see. I bet it was very competitive in Barry Bonds' heyday.
Oh, yeah.
Over there, being the.
I've been to a few games there.
Used to be at one time AT&T Field and ballpark. Now it's Oracle Ballpark. Still one of the
nicest,
easily top 5 stadiums in MLB. With that waterside scenery helping it out, definitely.
Uh-oh.
Just over the truck.
Yeah, I went to a couple of games at the old Candlestick. Man, that was not a nice stadium. And it was, it'd been in the middle of the summer, and it was just freezing cold there because the breeze off the bay.
Niners have since rebuilt. Now beautiful Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Go-ahead run in scoring position. Berg trying to drive it in. Pitch skips, but put off keeps it in front of her.
Nice.
Nicely done by Kylie.
Yeah, that's a good job keeping that ball in front.
Uh-oh. Another one popped up. And, there's an oncoming car that nearly took it that time. If I were you, Denny, I would move your truck between this half inning. That is my suggestion to you. There's another red Chevy Silverado also parked nearby. There was a car that was probably a student leaving class. So we're closing in on 5 o'clock here, and the ball bounced to
almost
about 5 feet in front of them right here on Campus Boulevard. Puts this one into play. Shawnick and Green both in there. It is Shawnick able to squeeze it in her mid. So that go-ahead run left stranded at second base, but we are tied at 4 apiece as we head to the bottom of the 5th, coming into the clutch innings here on Tonganoxie Sports Live when we return.
Ridge Med Spa in Tonganoxie is more than a destination. It's an experience designed to redefine radiance and inspire success. Dr. Mark Peterson and Laura Snow facilitate and encourage both providers and clients to live life to the fullest by investing in themselves. Their new space offers services for medical weight loss, IV nutrition, laser hair removal, laser skin rejuvenation, hydrofacials, and Botox. Visit ridgemedspa.com to book your appointment today in Tonganoxie. Illuminate your beauty.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Here we go on the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch swinging. That's what we like to call an atom ball here on Varsity Sports Live. Right at Scobie center. Barely had to move for it. Farrah Halsa hit right on the screws.
Oh, she's hit the ball hard every time up.
And it's one of those tough things because the baseball and softball gods, they can be real cruel sometimes, right?
They can.
You can hit a ball so hard, right, like Farrah Halsa has, at least in her last 2 at-bats. I believe
all 3.
All 3 of them has hit it very well. And At least the last two, to my knowledge, they both have been recorded for outs.
Yep, they have. Single her first time up, but lined up just a dart to third base her time before last.
She could be very easily in on a 3-for-3 day, 2 singles, and a extra base hit, as this is a fly out to right for Kaylin Weehee. Meat of the order here for Tongi, and it's 2 batters in and already 2 out. So Regalado looking for a short bottom of the 5th here after her team was able to tie the game at the top of the 5th inning. We were scoreless in the entirety of the 4th inning. It was the only inning we've had like that so far. Tongi scored 2 in the 1st, Baldwin 3 in the 2nd, Tongi 1 in the 2nd, and then 1 in the bottom of the 3rd as well for the Chieftains. Held on to a 4-3 lead. Now we are tied once again. 3rd time that we've been tied in this game. We knew coming in this could be a really fun and entertaining ball game. There are a couple of teams right in the heart of the mix of the Frontier League.
Has not disappointed.
Has not disappointed a single bit. Maybe closing, like we mentioned, regular season has just a couple of weeks left and a 1-2 count right now. Chopper right in front of Regalado, and to throw over to first in time to Bentley. 3 up, 3 down, go to Chieftains here, and they're half of the 5th. So at least 2 more to play here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, and your score is 4-all between Tongi and Baldwin. Be back with more after this.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and your insurance to ensure a smooth transition, especially from a knee or hip replacement. Choose from one of their highly qualified physical therapists for an individualized plan of care to achieve long-term health benefits. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Go to ptsolutions.ks.com for more information.
Make the landscape of your dreams a reality with a stop at Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape. Just 15 minutes outside of Tonganoxie, come explore their full nursery of plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. Learn from their certified specialists about proper seeding, watering, planting, lawn treatment, and so much more. Visit their website to enroll in classes, preview upcoming events, and request an estimate for your next project. Or give them a call at 913-351-5296. Oak Creek Nursery and Landscape, your one-stop shop for outdoor living.
Lady Chieftains softball today presented in part by Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete construction and special project services throughout the area. They're hardworking people with small-town family values. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com. So we're on now into the top of the 6th inning. At least 2 more to play out here. Tied ball game 4 apiece. Baldwin tied the game with 1 run in the top of the 5th inning. Now looking to potentially retake the lead. Both teams are now down to their last 6 outs, at least in regulation. We could potentially go to a extra innings if needed. We'll see what happens. Brickett's still going to work here for the Chieftains. Just below the letters on the jersey, 1 ball, 1 strike. And the other storyline from this game has been the battle with that little strip of turf in the pitcher's circle. That little white strip kind of creates the pitching lane, has been knocked loose here on the field at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. And it has been a thing for both Prickett and Regalado. They both have had to deal with their back foots when they're throwing and delivering to home plate, dragging right over that strip, and has made it a little bit of a nuisance.
It really has.
That has slowly caught the attention of every fan here. And broadcaster too, Denny. You noticed it from way in the early innings before anybody else really started to really pay attention to it.
It's really annoying me, I ain't gonna lie. You can see when she drags her foot, it grabs her left foot every time.
Got her looking again. That's the third strikeout that Prickett has been able to collect on getting a hitter to look.
Yeah, that was way too close to take. It was a strike.
Fourth total strikeout on the day. Pair that with just 2 walks allowed.
Nice 2 for 2. She tripled. And she's 1 for 1. She was hit by a pitcher last time up.
Going to try to use her speed. Here comes the throw from Weehee. Nicely done on time. That was Halsa going over to cover the bag at first. Steen was crowding down the line on the bunt. And nicely done for Kaylin Weehee. Throws it on a dart.
Yeah, she began the charge as soon as she squared the bunt. It was right there. Nicely done.
That is good textbook right there. The reason Kaylin Weehee was mentioned as one of the many 4A players to keep an eye on this year returning for this Chieftains squad. They'll having a very nice junior campaign.
Nice.
Also on the backhand, stops,
Wow.
throws.
Good job.
And time on the stretch. Flashing the leather here in the top of the 6th is that Chieftain infield. First from Kaylin Weehee, and that time from Farrah Halls, a nice backhand deep in the hole there on the right side of the field. Throws it in time to Steen at first. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. Chieftains looking to retake the lead, send it to the top of the 7th, put the Bulldogs to their final 3 outs in the ball game. We'll see if they can do it next.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment.
I give these young ladies a lot of credit on one thing. They are not wasting any time between half innings. They are getting out there and they are going here in this game, rolling along. Bottom of the 6th inning, still tied at 4 apiece.
Alyssa Shonick down 0-2 now. Had her fooled with a off speed.
She did.
See if Grace can find a hole here. She's hit the ball hard every time up, too.
Called strike from Regalado.
I think Grace thought that was a little low, but it was over the plate.
That one for ball. All it's going to take is just 1 run here in the bottom of the 6th inning, so we can send it into the final inning of the 7th for Baldwin to be down to their last 3 outs. Chieftains trying to do that here. So that's a foul ball just back our way. Those starting pitchers have been out there for the entirety of this game, and kind of rightfully so. It's been a fairly decent combination of some good pitching and some good offense sprinkled in there too. Just a good ball game.
Oh, a nice room service. Oh, there's an error.
Not really room service on that bounce. Now Steen is going to go around going for second. It's lost in the foul ground. Now they get it back into the field of play.
2-base error.
Say that is maybe the error on Gilgis there at short on the throw. Can't reel it in was Bentley. I was asking a lot of her to try to dig that one out, and that's the go-ahead run again in scoring position here for Tongi, tied in this ball game 4 apiece. And I believe we might have a do we have a courtesy runner coming in? Maybe not.
You get a pinch hitter. 15.
I believe.
I think it's 15.
Takes a called strike. This is in the order where it should be
Or is it
Charlie
25?
Crane.
Well, it's not 19.
Well, it's number 15 is the name, which we have it down here as Haley Reichman, and they've been saying Haley, so it looks like Haley today instead of 25. She's
15.
wearing 15. Well, 15 is, that is 25. I misread it, so Reichman does, and she hits it up to center. Steen moves up to third. Reichman, nicely done, up to second base. I thought I read it as 15, but I knew that couldn't be it because Emerson Maslak is 15. But in the meanwhile, Haley Reichman on the pinch hit. She fills in for Charlie Crane, and she does her job. And a warm burner right up the middle. Moves Steen over to third. 2 runners on board, both in scoring position. And a hit here can really break this game in favor of Tongi. First pitch swinging. That's going to stay. And it's going to actually drop down. Fair ball. And Steen will come in to score. So how about that to break the tie there? Chieftains back in front. I thought that one was maybe going to just go foul. They were running after it, and Frost was the closest one to it and not able to bring it in. Oh, wow.
Just hit where she wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Big hit. Is that Lila?
That was Lila.
Yeah, good job, Lila. Bring home that go-ahead run.
Right on that.
With an RBI.
5-4 meeting here. Regalado appears to think she's going to be staying at least at the pitcher spot for the time being. And just a 1-run ball game, but a big hit here for Emerson Maslak, and
yeah,
really changed the complexion of this game.
Yeah, could break things open.
So Carlton on the go-ahead RBI single. She advanced up to second. I guess you can call it a double off that. And now Maslak's going to sting it into the power alley. Waving around, here comes Carlton coming to the plate. She's in safely. Maslak on to second. Chieftains have busted this game open here in the 6th. It is now 7-4.
Maslak has scored twice and batted in 2.
Front runner for a potential Midwest Carpet Center Player of the Game honors.
Mm-hmm.
And this top part of the order, they have just been scorching hot today. Been really hard to slow down. Like you mentioned, Maslak, you just mentioned the damage that she's been able to do.
Well, yeah, and the bottom part, well, Richmond came in for Crane and got a hit and scored, and then Lila Carlton getting that big RBI.
So it's, again, the tough luck that Farrah Halsa has had every hit that she has had in this game. Every time she's made contact with the ball, now 0 for 3, has been solid hit, and another one that just went foul. So she is due for something that not only stays fair but gets by somebody, and maybe it gets an RBI.
The softball gods owe her one.
There's something coming her way, I feel. And that was another one. She turned on it in a hurry.
Mm-hmm. She barreled it up.
Keeping Coach Loomis on her toes in the coach's box up at third base. Fouls this one up and out of play off top the dugout.
Now with 2 strikes, she needs to just shorten up and find a hole.
She's made a lot of contact as Halsa still looking for that first hit. 0-2 pitch coming. Skips on home plate, going to third, and in safely is Maslak. This ball skipped in front of base. She kept it in front of her, but the speed of Maslak, she got a good jump off of it. Easy advance up to third. And now Hulsa, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Taken by Gilgis at short. It's going to go down as one of the better 0 for 4 days that you can have if you're Farrah Hulsa. Tough luck.
3 line drives.
Man.
And a base hit.
This has been something for her today. About to wrap this one up here onto the top of the 7th. 3-run lead now for Tonga as they do damage here in the bottom of the 6th.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be a breed-specific trim or an adorable cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Coming here now in the top of the 7th inning.
2, 3, and 4 hitters up for the Bulldogs.
7th inning actually brought to you by White Birch Properties and their team. They're ready to help lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie. Call 913-417-1007 to speak with one of their awesome agents today. It's hard when you got a game like this. There's really not a dedicated halftime of this we can do.
Right.
When you have a doubleheader, we can have it in between games, but when it's just a single softball game, it's a little more tricky. It's a little more nuanced to get a work in there, but appreciate all the fine folks over at White Birch Properties and their support of us here at Tonganoxie Sports Live. Chieftains went on a surge in the bottom of the 6th inning, breaking the 4-4 tie. We've had at least 2 or 3 ties from my memory in this game, and it was a 3 spot in the bottom of the 6th put up by Tongi. So now the Bulldogs down to their last 3 outs, and they need 3 runs to at least keep this game and force it to the bottom of the 7th, but not if Aubrey Prickett has anything to say about it. She's looking for the complete game win. Here's the next pitch. At the knees, just in for a called strike.
3-1 now. You want to avoid walking this leadoff hitter if at all possible. See if she can come back and get her.
You mentioned with Scobie batting in that 2 spot, you're going to be getting into the heat of the order as she flies it out to left. It's Crane that's still out there. She was pinch hit for by Haley Reichman, who had a single up the middle. Did her part in the bottom of the 6th, but Crane back out in left field in the field of play. 1 gone, most importantly, so 2 outs away from locking up this win for Tongi. Chieftains can win this one. They'll be victorious of 6 out of their last 8 games. They've been on a really hot streak, and it's a team that is playing their best ball at about the right time. First pitch gets up and out of play. So maybe 3 or 4 at most regular season games / doubleheaders left on tap. We'll go into, obviously, next week being busy with graduation and stuff. That's next Saturday, May 10th, and then before long after that, it'll be regional action. That'll be happening. State the following week to at the very end of May. Like state baseball and softball this year, I believe, is like May 30th and 31st.
That's always a good time.
So we have made a couple of trips, most recently last season, down to Salina following the baseball team. Would know these Lady Chieftains. They used to be a mainstay at Salina for past few years. I can always go back to around 2014, a couple years before that, and even after that, where it was almost like an automatic bid for them to make the trip there to Salina. Now looking to get back here for be the first time under this leadership of head coach Loomis. Here for the Tongi softball team, taking over for Stephanie Whitman. Brickett's next pitch is swung on by Weehee. Maslak down to a knee. Throw to first in time. Woo! Have yourself a day, Emerson.
Oh, no kidding.
You had Weehee that made an effort by it. It got by her glove. Maslak was there, and another one on a knee. Throw to first to Steen, and it's in time.
Well, she backhanded that in the hole, went to a knee, popped up, and threw her out. Man, have a day.
And just like that, it is Bentley batting cleanup in fourth. She's 1 for 2, and she represents the final hope here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, if you pitch it here, you just want to challenge her.
Out to left, Crane is there. That'll do it. Another Adam ball, and that's how we wrap this game up here on Tongi Sports Live. One softball victory for Tonganoxie. Winners of now 6 of the last 8 games. They take it here against Frontier League foes Baldwin by a final score of 7-4. 6.5 total innings put in the books in this one. And this game will wrap up here. Prickett goes the distance. She picks up the win. Good performance by this Chieftain team. Collected 10 total hits on the day and a lot of loud contact. We had no shortage of offense in this game and some spectacular defense as well. As we're going to step aside here, we'll do a quick break. We'll be back with the Brothers Market post-game show and announce our Midwest Carpet Center player of the game next on Tongi Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Back here on Tonganoxie Sports Live as we wrap it up here in the Brothers Market postgame show. You can check out their weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com, where they treat you like family. JV game is coming up next here, but the varsity game is in the books. Chieftains get the win 7-4. They beat the Baldwin Bulldogs, now winners of 6 of their last 8 games. Here is your box score. Tonganoxie 7 runs on 10 hits. No errors today. Baldwin 4 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors against the Bulldogs, and those errors definitely were costly. As I believe Tongi, they definitely got 1 run off one of those errors, 2 runs off those errors. So even then, you win it by 3. So it doesn't necessarily, looking at it that way, but those hurt without a doubt. Tonganoxie in total, as we now announced our Well, let's get the pitching lines first, and we'll announce our player of the game. Aubrey Prickett going the distance in the win today for Tongi. 7 total innings, 6 hits, 4 runs allowed, all 4 of those being earned, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. She did also have 2 hit-by pitches. 101 total pitches on the day. 63 of those were for strikes, and she faced 31 total batters. As for Rayla Gallardo on the other side, she picks up the loss in 6 innings, 10 hits allowed, 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 runs being earned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. She threw 61 total pitches on the day. 50 were for strikes, and she faced 30 total batters. It's now time to announce our Midwest Carpet Center player of the game. No shock to anybody, I don't think. Emerson Maslak, have yourself a day. She went 2 for 4 at the plate with 2 RBIs. She also had a double on the day, and she made a lot of dazzling plays in the field, especially there towards the end. She came close to having one very similar to the out she just recorded here at the very end of the game earlier, where she was down on a knee, was throwing over to first. The runner was able to beat it by a half step. But, man, I'll tell you what, she can do it with the stick. She can do it with the leather. She was mighty impressive today. That's why she is our Midwest Carpet Center player of the game.
Yeah, she scored 2 runs and had 2 RBIs, so she really accounted for 4 of the 7 runs for the Chieftains. So, yeah, she had a day. Also would like to make sure that we give a shout out to Farrah Halsa, who just stung the ball every time up. Only to hit it right at somebody. I'm telling you, she hit it on the screws every time up.
It was really as nice of an 0 for 4 day as you could have for Farrah Halston.
Yeah.
She did great. Emerson Maslak had a day as well. I mean, you can't really look at that lineup for anybody for Tonga. They had a great day as a team. They got a really great team win against a team that is has some games on them up in the standings in both 4A East and in the Frontier League as well. And Tonga, like I mentioned, they're playing their best ball right now, and they're doing it at about the right time. When you start to get into late April and turning the page into May, I mean, we're going to be doing that in a couple days here.
Yep.
May 1st will be coming up on Thursday, and that's exactly what you want to be doing. How this team is playing right now, that's what you want. And again, congratulations, Emerson Maslak, our Midwest Carpet Center player of the game. Midwest Carpet Center have all your carpet and flooring needs with professional quality and great pricing. Family owned and operated. Stop by and see them today in downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website, midwestcarpetcenter.com.
And a complete game win for Prickett, too.
Yep.
Let's not
getting the win. Yeah, I mentioned, she did great. She got the win.
Yeah.
Got the win. 6 total hits, 4 runs allowed, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Remember early in the game, she took not 1 but 2 balls that came right back at her. One was kind of got her on her side or thigh a little bit, but the second one came and hit her on her left hand, on the glove hand. She had to shake it off a little bit, and then she gave up 3 runs in the top of the second inning. She settled in back-to-back scoreless in the third and fourth. She gave up the 1 run in the top of the fifth, and then held it down in the 6th and the 7th to get the win here in this one. She had a performance. Again, the Lady Chieftains just had themselves a day under new head coach Loomis. Love seeing them, what they've been able to do. We'll be back. One more softball game on tap here this season. It'll be May 12th, back at home, as they will host the Tigers of Jeff West. That'll be our last spring regular season broadcast here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Outside of that, it is on to playoff action. We'll see where both the baseball and softball teams and girls soccer team, where everybody is at for respective regionals and stuff. And as far as state broadcasts and stuff, we just got to wait and see on all that. We will have the stream of graduation coming up next Saturday, May 10th. So that morning, if you can't make it to graduation, tuned into us here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We will stream that for you live for free inside of Chieftain Arena and bring that to you guys that aren't able to watch it. But that's going to do it for us today. Again, thank you, and a huge shout out to Kansas City, Kansas Community College, allowing us to come over, play our one varsity game here on the nice turf field. Might want to get that strip fixed inside the pitcher circle. I think that's something that everyone's going to be advocating for. But again, thank you for having us here, and thank you guys for watching on Tonganoxie Sports Live alongside Dennis Drennan. I'm Dylan Funk. So long. We'll see you next time here in a couple of weeks on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.